Hey, gun people! I gotta do a follow-up on a video because of, I'm getting a lot of, when I say crazy comments, I'm just getting comments that I'm like, where are you people coming from? So I'm gonna go over a few comments and then I'm gonna do the video of, so this was the video where the Arizona cop shoots a teen in the back after he throws the gun. And I put it under earning a hate. And so let's take a look at some of these comments that I kind of got beat up on. So I usually pin the most kind of what I think is the most outrageous or kind of BS comment. And then I just let them argue it out with people. And it's got 13 replies. So this guy puts Charlie Boy, who is probably cop 504, is either his beat number or his area code or whatever. Criminal could have spun around and shot him. You're such a putz sometimes, Rick. Really? Okay. I mean, he could have spun around and shot fire out his ass and burned him up. So we should just let cops shoot people because of what they could have done, right? I mean, somebody could run you over in a car, so we should just run around and shoot people driving cars because they could run you over. I mean, it just kills me when they make these weak-ass paper tiger arguments that don't have anything to do with this. This guy ran from the cops. He ran on his bike. He failed to yield, and then he took off. When people run from me and I'm trying to stop them, that tells me they have a warrant. They're carrying drugs. They're carrying guns. They're doing something illegal. They got burglary tools. They may have witness of a crime. I mean, there's just all kind of shit. They could have blood where they just kill. I don't know what they did. All I know is I activated my lights and he ran from me. And then when I told him to stop, he kept running. Not only did he keep running, but he drops a gun. He stops to pick up his gun and the cop shoots him. And this brainchild with 1 1/4 brain cells says the fucking criminal, the 17-year-old kid with a gun, he is a criminal. He was committing a crime. He was probably illegally possessing a gun, which is a felony. Yes, he was a criminal, but he could have spun around and shot him, so that means the cop should be able to shoot him multiple times, right? Really? I mean, come on. Let's see. So he puts putts for me. Oh, let me up your comment because it's so articulate, Mr. Charlie Boy. The kid was trying to save his life. Well, he was, but he was carrying a gun for protection. Maybe. He was still 17. The gun was probably stolen. It had an extended magazine in it, which is probably illegal in most places. You can't shoot people for what they could have done. I agree. So everyone who carries and has their back to a cop should be shot. Exactly. See, I like when I don't have time to go through all these arguments with these guys on every idiot comment. This was an execution. So you're saying officer typically unskilled enough have. So I love when all these other people can argue with him because his statement is so stupid. Okay, hypothetically, if somebody runs from you with a machete trying to chop your head off, they could before. Let's see. No, he's just a tyrant. I don't know if this cop's a tyrant. I mean, you could argue that the second shot was excited delirium or accidental discharge or negligent discharge, or it was a mistake, or, you know, there's plenty of brain studies that once you get to the point of shooting, and we used to do this in training, we'd have targets that would spin and face you, and you could only shoot when it was facing you. And once somebody would aim and shoot and they would identify it as a threat, as soon as we saw him pull the trigger, we'd turn it away. And sometimes they would shoot off 2 rounds while it was turning away. And we were like, dude, didn't we tell you to stop if it turned away? And that was to express that once you make the decision to shoot, it's very hard to stop shooting because you're making that decision in fear of your life or fear of others, and it's hard to do. And once you get there, it's hard to stop. And it doesn't happen immediately. But this one seemed like there was an exaggerated pause, what I will get to here in a second. Funny how the officer is so confrontational with reasonable people. You would be shooting based on intimate threat, serious bodily injury. Exactly how do you injure might occur is irrelevant. Agreed. All right. In slow motion, it seems really longer. Yeah, slow motion tends to do that. I didn't know it was in slow motion. Somebody argued and said that the video was manipulated. Look, when I watch a video, I'm not really looking for that. I'm looking at what's happening. So I didn't know if it was manipulated or not. So I do have the other video released by the police department, and we will see if it was manipulated or not. The first shot, flip of the coin. Second shot, outrageous. I'm okay with the first shot because I didn't know the guy dropped his gun and stopped and retrieved it. That would put more fear in me. So the people that are saying that he was just trying to get away was not true. If he was trying to get away, he would have kept running when he dropped his gun. He stopped and picked up his gun, and that's when the officer shot, which is reasonable because if you're going to stop and pick up a gun, it only takes a second to turn that gun on me and shoot me. So at that point, I'm okay with the idiot's comment that says he could have shot fire out his ass and burned him. But once he shot him once, the second shot seemed a little delayed. Let's see. This is why they don't trust cops. I agree. Shooting someone who isn't threatening or trying, well, you know, that's arguable on whether it was threatening. You weren't there. You don't feel threatened because you're watching on a video. When you're chasing a guy and you're jacked up and you have to have your gun out and you know he's running because he doesn't want to go to jail or get caught, the conclusion for most cops is he probably has a gun. He probably is a felon. He wants to get away. I'm about to take away his freedom. My safety is in jeopardy and I need to be ready. The second shot was unnecessary, but tunnel vision. Could have been tunnel vision. It still should be controlled and people shouldn't be doing it. Let's see. Lots of great info shared about the bike. Yeah. Look, I got more felony arrests from bike people than I probably did from any other stops. People, adults that ride bikes because they can't have a license, because they're suspended, or because they can run from the cops easier. Look, I'm sorry. I've made people like, I can't believe you stopped people on a bike. They were productive. I stopped what was productive. I got more guns, more drugs, more felons, more parolees at large, more people who were hiding from felony warrants, and that's why they couldn't get a license, and that's why they rode a bike. I got buku felony arrest, good felony arrest, off bikes, and that's why I stopped bikes. I don't stop the guys on bikes with the white shirts and the tie. I don't stop kids going to school on a bike. I stop people riding in the middle of the night with a bike, transporting their drugs from one house to the other, thinking they can hide from the cops because they can't be seen. That's who I stop. And if that makes me a bootleg jackhammer, whatever, I guess I was. You know, the people that come here and watch me and then want to take one thing out of context and try to use it, say, well, you said before. Yeah, I said it in context of a totality of circumstances situation, and you're trying to take it out. Damn, that was tough. Holy smokes. Well, Rick, that second shot was rough. I'm surprised you didn't shoot him in the back. Unfortunately, believes the point armed. Let's see. Good morning. Best BWC I've ever seen. I don't know what BWC means. Don't turn your back on the blue. It's a favorite. Okay, this guy. Let's see. Running late, can't watch. The second shot was an execution. I don't know why I didn't review that one. Wow. Thanks, Rick. JB! I didn't even know JB. I even like this comment. I didn't know JB wrote it. I'm just reading comments. The officer had no common sense, Rick. He should have shot. Well, JB, I got to agree. I think when he stopped, turned around, came back toward the officer to pick up his gun, I think that shot was pretty justified. Second shot, not so much. And a lot of people say, hey, if he hadn't ran, he wouldn't have got shot. Hey, if he hadn't picked up the gun, he wouldn't have got shot. If he hadn't had the gun, he wouldn't have got. Those are all true, but that doesn't negate that government should be held accountable on when they use deadly force, and that accountability should be strict, and it should be accountable and enforced when they break it. People always like to confuse my holding government accountable with me hating people that are getting shot. Middle of the night, I think it was reasonable to shoot someone chasing you, behind you, but probably not. Mag dump. He didn't mag dump. He did 2 rounds. I think the second shot was negligent. He seemed surprised. Could be. Even if it was, it's still wrong and he should be held accountable. But cops aren't, so they don't really care. I just don't see how you distinguish the difference between this and 8 freaking minutes of non-life of Siobhan. In my opinion, I'll just leave it at that. Let's see. I think maybe the second shot. Hang on, we're going to get to the video here as soon as I get through these comments. New York just got rid of Lim. No, they didn't. They kind of, sort of made it seem like they did. They can't get rid of it. I'm getting soft. Rick softer than Stewie Webb. Okay, I don't know about that, but are you suggesting that a certain ethnicity of medical students have a predilection for other people's bikes? Somebody must have put the guy stole a bike. Or did I say that? Maybe I said something about a stolen bike. A lot of people run with stolen bikes. If your bike was stolen, would you want the cops to chase you if they ran away, or would you want them to go, oh, he's just running with a bike, it's no light, why would you stop him? Why are you harassing people running from you? Crips and Bloods, he definitely shouldn't be a cop. I don't know if he shouldn't be a cop. I agree. I don't even, growing up in Chicago, West Side, 100% at night, guy was on a block. He may be able to shoot with a random shot behind while he's running, but the second shot was murder. I'm not sure I'd even go with murder. Again, you're assuming that the second shot he wanted to kill the guy. I'm thinking the second shot was he's so used to shooting double taps that he shot double tap even though there was a pause. I'm thinking he shot the double shot. Maybe it was an accident or negligent. He was just overreacting and he couldn't stop his second shot because cops are taught to shoot double taps. So there's reasons on why that second shot. Now, if the guy shot him second time and go, take that, motherfucker, now I'm with you with murder. But I don't think I'm there yet. Hey, a few days ago I posted a link. Here's Steve Leto, liberal professor, gets fired. It's a link, a video of two cops walk up to apartment door, hear a bang. Cops mag dump through the door. I think I've got that video. I've either done a video and I haven't posted it yet, or I've got it on my list to do a video where they shoot through the door. Those cops, that cop was way wrong. Freaking execution. All right, I thought there was a couple other ones that brought up. I thought they tested people for backbones and mental. No, this is wrong, Rick. You're right. The guy was running. The kid was falling. Now, the fact that he's a kid doesn't matter to me. Kids kill people all the time. He looked legitimately trying to toss the gun. Well, when I show the next video, you're going to see he stopped and turned around and picked it up. If he had left it when it fell, I'm with a lot of these comments. But the fact that I found out new information that he dropped the gun and he turned and picked it up, that changes my opinion. And it should change your opinion because it's new information. Which also tells me that the video that I use was manipulated because they didn't show that. Maybe he was coming home from doctor school. Maybe he was. Maybe he took the gun off one of his patients that came in for a gunshot wound. Maybe the doctor was a thief. I don't know. Hey, you big dumb, these are tyrants here in Arizona. You're just picking on him because he's a drug addict. 2 strikes. Reading the comments, someone in the video said the video, I found the original. Yeah, and you posted it, and thanks for posting that. I finally got it. And we had this big discussion on it kept deleting his. Now, see, when I look at this video and I click here, oh, shit, it doesn't say it because I'm on the video. Normally, it says I can approve for a thing. So he is approved for posting links. But every time he posts a link, it disappears because YouTube is blocking links that doesn't fit their agenda. So the video he's trying to show me shows the full video, and they're blocking that link. So I just wanted to... So I didn't block it. He was approved. And then I went to my spam, and it's not showing up there. I hate when people come here and go, Rick, you deleted my comment. That's pussy. I just block you. If you accuse me of deleting your shit the way YouTube deletes shit, I'm going to block your ass, okay? If I delete your comment, you were being rude. You were being a jerk. You called me an idiot. You didn't back up anything with fact. You were just being a troll. Those are the only ones that I usually remove. So let's see here. And if all you can do is come here and cry about I removed it, then screw it. I don't want to hear your comment anyway because it sounds like you're a damn pussy crybaby any damn way. You should try. I would like to try to take the bar exam. If they would let me take it without having a law degree, I'd love to go take the bar exam. Where is qualified? All right, let's get to the video. Okay, so here's the video released by the police department. And it says, oh no, it's released by Family 3, whatever, whoever this is. Chandler Police Department released body cam footage. Chandler Police released graphic teen had a gun, shot in the back. So this is the unedited version which I did not know was edited, or I wouldn't have done it. I'm not out here to try and trick people or try to impress people with, thinking the way that I think. I get a video and I review the video I get. And then later, if I get more information, then I change it. So here the cop is starting the pursuit.
Stop Kano.
311 bike traffic.
Go ahead.
Green, Nevada. He's failing to yield.
Copy.
Okay, so he calls in traffic. That means he's calling in a traffic stop. Then he puts out failure to yield because as soon as he activates his lights, the guy starts pedaling quicker. Rick, maybe he wasn't running. Maybe he was just exercising. Yeah, maybe you're a freaking idiot. Okay, as soon as the lights activated, the dude turned around, went, oh shit, looked at the cop, and started pedaling faster. He's running, okay? He's failure to yield, meaning he's not stopping for my lights.
Strobe 10-343-11, bike stop Nevada and Erie, failed to yield.
Kano refused to stop and fled from the officer on the bicycle.
Or north from Erie, along the track.
So why would this guy be running? Rick, maybe he's just scared of cops. Yeah, that's a great excuse. But most people who are just scared of cops and not committing crimes know that running will only get them more grief. Criminals, on the other hand, that have guns and drugs and have warrants, they run because they know they're going to jail. So if you want to be a cop and go out there and think, oh, he's just exercising, I should let him go. Well, that would, one, make you a shitty cop. Two, it would make you a freaking idiot. Rick, you shouldn't call your audience idiots. Shut up, freaking idiots.
Kano is seen fleeing from the officer on a dirt road. As Kano approached an empty canal, he abandoned the bicycle and ran from the officer towards Gazelle Meadows Park.
Rick, maybe he just fell over and he needed to get a drink and he had to go to the bathroom and that's why he dropped the bike and ran. Well, that's because you're an idiot.
He's fleeing on foot.
This is a pretty good fence to jump. See, the arrows are painting the other way. That's why they could jump it. If you're inside trying to jump out, these arrows, these curved rebar are a little bit harder to jump. But the cop goes over it pretty good behind a kid.
The officer followed Kano on foot through the park. While Kano was running from the officer...
Yes, I have jumped many fences in my day with barbed wire, with chain link, with spikes. I've been cut. I've torn uniforms. I've torn my clothes. I've cut myself on many offenses chasing innocent people who weren't doing anything but jogging, and I just decided to chase them.
Officer, Kano's gun fell to the ground. As Kano stopped to retrieve his gun, the officer drew his duty weapon.
Stop! Weapon drawn!
So now he yells, drop the gun. So right here, he drops his gun, turns around to pick it up. And this is when the first shot is fired.
Get on the ground!
So the video that I showed was cut because all it showed him was throwing it and this guy shooting him. It didn't show that he dropped the gun and came back for it. That changes. With more information, you should change your opinion. A lot of people can't do that. Once they form an opinion, confirmation bias, I'm right. A lot of cops can't change their opinion because it's like, oh, blue line matters. He's a cop. I got to stick with him. I got to stand by him because when I fuck up, I want somebody standing by me because I'm an idiot too and I'm going to fuck up because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I got to protect other cops that don't know what they're doing so I don't get in trouble. Well, that makes you not only a weak-ass cop, but a freaking idiot. Okay, I want to go back to the time because I'm not sure the time was manipulated between the drop. Here we go. No interruption.
Weapon drawn! Get on the ground!
That still seems like a long time for the second shot, people. I'm sorry. It just does. And you can put all the if, and, buts, and coconuts you want. It was excited. It was hard. You don't know what it's like to chase somebody. You don't know what it's like to fire your gun. Come up with all your bullshit you want. To me, the second shot was unreasonably long.
Weapon drawn! Get on the ground!
So, when people were saying it was manipulated, it might have been manipulated because it didn't show him dropping the gun and going back to picking it up, but I'm not sure it was manipulated on the time of the second shot. This is what the PD released. I still think the second shot was too long and unjustified and not needed and was either an accident, was a negligent, or poor training, or he just couldn't stop, but it even couldn't stop. I mean, it's not even a double tap, people. I mean, you can try to cover for the officer, but it's not even a double tap.
Get on the ground!
1001, 1002, 1000. Man, that seems like a long time to me. All right, so that is the teen getting shot in the back follow-up, and I'll put a link at the end of this to the first video I did, so if you think I was really lying on the first one, you can go back and compare them. All right, we'll end that there.